I don't remember anything violent here. There wasn't anything violent in that house. The kids were not punished or anything like that. I remember it was very, very soft. I don't know. It lasted 3-4 years. The first time I saw this place, in fact, it was when to be... Well, the first time I saw this place, it was to be abandoned here, and I stayed 15 days. What happened is that I had to, for 15 days, wait. So actually you had to cop on your own. For 15 days you cop on your own. You wait that your mother, for example, in this case it was the mother, returns. And she took damn long time to come back, when normally it's every week. Here it's the weekend when one picks up his kid. And then it was 2 weeks, it was very long, it was super long. I think I copped on myself. I think that's what must have created in me this grip, you see, this gripping off. However, the weather was really beautiful that day. I remember when my mother dropped me, I grabbed onto her leg and they pulled me off. I cried like hell. And I felt that instinctively, almost like an animal, I felt that it was the end of something. And that I will find myself facing me, a kind of loneliness. I felt that when I have been pulled off. When I grabbed up her leg, I felt I was passing to somewhere else. And that's it. I found myself here for 10 years. I remember very well, like an animal, instinctively, I grabbed on. They were two women to pull me off her leg. I grabbed onto her leg, and I felt it was the time, it was the turning point. I felt I was going to be here eternally. She held my hand like that, and then, one moment, I remember very, very clearly how I was dressed. I had a grey short and a striped shirt, black and white with suspenders. And I remember I burst up with tears. And I think I had changed. Something in me had changed, you see. Well, I adapt, of course, but something changed just then. I wonder if it's over there. Wait. In the 15 days, there was a weekend. And I remember I was sewing. I made something quite roughly, but it looked like a bird. And I was quite proud of my bird. But it wasn't on purpose that it looked like a bird. Here it's Snow White, and here it's the evil queen who lives in her castle with all these pigs there. So, in fact, there is a big gap. When you pass from here to here, you really go from one world to another, totally something else. The rules are no longer the same. It's much harder, much harder. It was the 70s, so it was kind of a hippie-like, you know. The monitors, they were pretty kind of crazy, sometimes even pervert. It smells like Easter eggs. No, I have memory of Easter here. We were brushing our teeth in front of a big sink. We were, I don't know, about 15 kids. We were brushing our teeth, and all of a sudden I felt dizzy. I got on my knees in front of the sink. A big sink, you know, so many kids can brush their teeth, with lots of faucets. It was here in this house. And I fainted. Well, not really, but I felt really dizzy. I couldn't stand up. I was on my knees. I remember very clearly. They evacuated all the kids as if it was a weird thing, and they left me by myself with my dizziness. I remember very well. I had the toothbrush in my mouth, and I think I was on my knees in front of the window, and I looked out of the window, so I must have seen this landscape. And I still don't understand why they left me alone. There's something I didn't catch. All of this sounds kind of Victor Hugo, but... Philippe is a disciplined child, clean, tidy. He is overall very well kept, orderly, with an average intelligence. He knows how to take initiatives. He was a very good companion within the groups of other children. He is a good newcomer. He played fairly. He is skillful in manual and intellectual work. Heart, normal. Act of perversion, none. A very effeminate child. Single mum. One sister. Philippe is overall under the influence of an unconscious anxiety, diffused more than is perceptible. It would have been beneficial for him to have had a male and paternal role model, enabling him to identify himself as a boy. I had sometimes nightmares, and I woke up before everyone and I saw the light shine through. They didn't even change the shutters. It was the same shutters, you see, wooden, rotten shutters. A green knight on a green horse with a green armor, and then there was kind of a green aura that surrounded the knight and a small house where we slept. I don't know how many there were in the room. I don't know, maybe 30, I don't know. The entire house was full of this green ray of light. It made a kind of a green aura like that behind the house, and this knight called me, and I come down, the stairs, and I go to the field, and the ground was all green, like if there was a carpet of green leaves, and he was there, on his big horse. It was fantastic image. He completely radiated, and I felt like he was giving me, He was telling me something very important. The radiation came behind his house, you see. It was as if the house was fulfilled, was possessed during all night. And I met him here, over there. He was on his horse, and I had to get on the horse, actually, and ride the horse a bit. Well, I had to ride the horse. I had to ride the horse around like this. I remember. Oh yes, I remember. The ground was shining, like shiny and green. I think that was what he gave me. He gave me his sword. Everything was green, in fact. By the way, I wonder if this wall wasn't taller. You see that wall over there? I wonder if it wasn't a little taller. Now they opened it. I think we were even more locked in. Well, I mean, it's my memory. Maybe I'm wrong. Do you feel like going for a walk?